I sat in front of the screen, my heart already racing before a single match had even started. The words "Gift Chain Acquisition Matches" glowed at the top of the menu like some kind of holy grail. For days I had been grinding, pushing myself, through the endless gauntlet of eFootball battles, collecting points, stacking rewards, sweating over tactics. But this moment was different. This was the defining stretch, the set of matches that would either crown me with glory or bury me in the pit of frustration forever. I could already feel my palms damp, my breathing shallow like I was stepping out of the tunnel in a real stadium, with the crowd roaring around me. In my room there was silence, but in my head I could hear the echoes of chants, drums, and the roar of thousands, because to me, this was not just a game, this was everything. The kickoff of the first match felt like a curtain rising on a stage play. My opponent's team loaded in, stacked with stars, brimming with shiny cards and maxed stats. My gut twisted. "Here we go," I muttered to myself. The whistle blew, and instantly it was war. The ball pinged across the pitch, my players scrambling. To keep shape, his attackers pressing high, pressing hard. Within minutes he carved me open and struck the first goal. My head dropped, my body tensed. 1-0 down. But something inside me whispered, "Not this time. Not today." I fought back, clawed for every tackle, every interception, countered with furious determination. A breakthrough came late in the first half, my striker slipping between defenders, unleashing a strike that rattled the net. I screamed at the screen, pumping my fist like the stadium was mine. 1-1. The second half was pure chaos, both of us trading chances, the clock ticking toward doom. 90 minutes ended in a draw, and we were pushed into extra time. By then, my hands were trembling, my breath coming in short bursts. The golden goal finally came, my winger curling a beauty past his keeper. I leapt from the chair like a madman, veins alive, the words "victory" glowing like a spotlight on a hero. 1 down, so many more to go. But not all matches would taste that sweet. The second was a nightmare. My opponent pressed me into the dirt. Every pass I made was intercepted, every attack dissolved before it could bloom. His forwards were ruthless, his defense impenetrable. 3 goals conceded, none scored. I slumped back in my chair, devastated, my jaw clenched so hard it hurt. The gift chain felt like it was slipping already, like the dream was just smoke I couldn't grasp. I almost wanted to quit, to shut the game down and walk away. But no, I couldn't. Champions are not forged in easy victories. They are hammered in the fire of defeat. I wiped my face with both hands, sat forward again, and queued up for the next opponent. The grind continued. Each match felt like a battle in a long war. Some were narrow victories won with last-minute goals that made me roar loud enough to shake the room. Others were crushing defeats that left me staring blankly at the screen, hollow, questioning everything. My emotions swung like a pendulum between ecstasy and despair. But with every game, every touch of the ball, I grew sharper, hungrier. I wasn't just playing, I was surviving. My players on the screen became extensions of my own will, soldiers carrying my determination into combat. The gift chain wasn't just a reward anymore, it was a destiny. One match in particular etched itself into my soul. I was 2-0 down by halftime, battered and broken, my opponent taunting with flicks and tricks. I could feel the humiliation, burning in my chest. But I didn't quit. I adjusted tactics, pushed my line higher, unleashed every ounce of aggression I had. Slowly, miraculously, I pulled one back, then another. The comeback was on. My living room transformed into a coliseum, my voice echoing off the walls as if I had thousands cheering me on. Then, in the dying moments, I launched one final attack. The cross came in, my striker rose above the defenders, and the ball thundered. Into the net. 3-2. The screen exploded with full time, and victory was mine. I collapsed into my chair, breathless, laughing, crying all at once. Matches like that made the torment worth it. Matches like that reminded me why I fought. But the journey was long, grueling. Hours passed, victories and defeats piling into a mountain of emotions. My energy drained, but the finish line grew closer. The gift chain completion bar was nearly full. Only one more victory required to seal the mission. My body shook with anticipation. This was it. The final act, the last duel, the boss battle at the end of an epic story. My screen loaded, revealing my opponent, his squad bristling with legends. It felt like fate, like the gods of football themselves had placed this titan in my path to test me. The whistle blew, and the match began. From the first second, the intensity was brutal. Tackles flew in, passes zipped with venom, shots rained down at both ends. I clung on desperately, defending with every ounce of focus, countering whenever I could. Midway through the first half, disaster struck. He scored. My heart plummeted. But this time, I didn't panic. I held steady, weathered the storm, and, late in the half, I found my chance. A threaded ball, a clinical finish. 1-1. The tension was unbearable, my knuckles white on the controller. The second half was war. He struck the post. I missed an open net. Every chance felt like life or death. Time slipped away. The clock, bleeding into the red. Then it happened. The moment I will never forget. A loose ball fell to my midfielder just outside the box. Instinct took over. I swung, the shot curling like a comet, smashing into the top corner. I roared, a sound from deep within my soul, pure and primal. 2-1, my lead, my destiny. The final. Minutes dragged like hours, my opponent throwing everything forward, my defense bending but never breaking. And then, at last, the whistle. Full time. Victory. Completion. The screen lit up with the words I had been chasing for what felt like forever. Gift chain acquisition complete. I dropped the controller, buried my face in my hands, and let the wave of triumph crash over me. I had done it. Against the odds, against the pain, through sweat, fury, laughter, and tears, I had done it. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling, the adrenaline still flooding through me. In that moment, I wasn't just a player sitting in a room. I was a champion who had fought through a gauntlet and emerged victorious. The gift chain wasn't just a prize, it was a symbol, a reminder that perseverance conquers all. Every defeat had shaped me, every victory had fueled me, and now, finally, the story was complete. And as I sat there, exhausted but elated, I knew one thing for certain. Tomorrow, another challenge would come. Another mountain would rise before me. But I would be ready, because once you've tasted triumph after a battle like this, you carry that fire forever.